Hello YouTube, welcome to my channel. So I was thinking of what video I should do first, and then I eventually landed on, well, why not just talk about why Arthur is my favorite Thomas & Friends character. So that's what I'm here to do today. Arthur have always felt like, to me, one of the most underrated characters in Thomas & Friends. Introduced during the model series during the 7th season, he immediately stood out thanks to his dark maroon paintwork, big size despite being a tank engine, and calm, dependable personality. Unlike louder engines such as James or Gordon, Arthur never tried to make himself the center of attention. He was polite, hardworking, and genuinely cared about doing his jobs properly. Arthur felt like the kind of engine who simply did his work, which made him easy to like among other engines who would rather goof off or get fussy if they got a job they didn't like. Arthur's real-life basis is the LMS Iva Class 2MT tank engine, specifically number 41241 as shown by concept art, which fits in perfectly because those engines were designed to handle many different kinds of work. That versatility carried over to the show, where Arthur was often seen handling passenger trains, goods trains, but especially fish trains. His debut came in Season 7's Spotless Record, where his record of having never had an accident is broken after Thomas tricks him into being rude to the troublesome trucks. He also appeared in Something Fishy, where he delivers Thomas's fish jugs after Thomas has an accident, and is granted the line up to the fishing village as a reward. Unfortunately, this was the beginning of the end for Arthur's appearances, as he made smaller and smaller appearances over time. He also had a decently big role in Season 8's Fish, and had a minor role in Season 11's Thomas and the Runaway Car. He makes a small appearance in a couple episodes in Season 11 and 12, with a minor speaking role in the 2008 special, The Great Discovery. It's honestly disappointing how quickly Arthur faded into the background after his introduction. He had the personality and design to become one of the defining supporting characters of the later model era. If the writers had kept using him, he could have filled a role similar to Edward or Henry. A dependable, experienced engines or top man trusted with difficult work. Arthur worked especially well because he balanced kindness with competence. He wasn't reckless like Thomas or overly proud like Spencer. He just quietly got the job done, and that gave him a very unique charm. The community has made up for Arthur's underusage in various ways, usually by making their own episodes. One episode idea I've come up with would have fit Arthur perfectly and could have been put around season 10 or 11. I've chosen these seasons because by then Arthur had already been going through his rapid phasing out of the show. Here's how the episode would go. Henry would attempt to pull an unusually long and heavy flying kipper alone during icy weather, only to begin struggling with the heavy train. Arthur, who had already had experience with fish trains, would notice the problem and help push from behind. Together, the two engines would successfully deliver the train, while Henry learns there's nothing wrong with accepting help sometimes, and the two would bond over having their fish-related jobs. Maybe they could have had a conversation afterwards where Henry is like, "Wow, thanks for helping me, Arthur," and Arthur says, "Don't worry, Henry, I've always got your back." And then Henry could say, "I couldn't have got the fish delivered without your help," and Arthur could be like, "Happy to help." I know what you're thinking. Sounds like some absolute cinema. I think this episode would have been a great showcase for Arthur because it would highlight both his strength and his supportive personality, two qualities that made him such a memorable character, despite his limited screen time. And that is why Arthur is my favorite character in Thomas & Friends, along with my own idea for an Arthur episode. I do hope you all enjoyed this video and will enjoy my future content.